Welcome to the Hello Lovely podcast. I'm your host, Christie Williams, and I teach women how to be themselves. As an exclusive life coach for women, I'll teach you how to manage anxiety, make decisions you're confident in, and stop beating yourself up. So let's get started. Welcome to the podcast, ladies. I am celebrating the extent that you ladies are taking the time to take care of yourself. Women have been reaching out from all over the place to get started on creating a better relationship with themselves because they are ready to put their oxygen mask on. It's like for many, many years, women have thought they've been taking care of themselves because we use words like self-care and relaxation and things like that. And while those have a beautiful place in our lives, they do not treat the root cause, which is really taking care of yourself, the relationship with yourself, creating a better relationship with yourself. And it's happening. It's happening. Women are doing that, investing the time in themselves to be able to do that and just creating incredible results. That is such a huge part of it, is so much of the critical thinking that we have, which is our current relationship with ourselves. And when we're not really aware of it, if we just kind of blow it off playfully, we will not realize the impact it has on the results that we are creating. We think, oh, a little put down on ourselves, a little slap down on ourselves is just funny. It's comical. Because in the moment, there's no immediate consequence from it that we notice. But really, those things are creating the relationship you have with yourself right now and impacting the results you have. So you can change the plans you're on. You can try to feel relief in the moment with Netflix or wine or donuts or whatever the case is. But those are so temporary that by the next day or even later that evening, you still don't feel good about yourself. And this is what this work does. Each hour, each week is habit change to create a new relationship with yourself, almost like relationship therapy with someone else, except it's you. It's really beautiful. And I'm just celebrating because I've just got some more clients today and they are on their way. It's like an immediate transformation just from the very beginning. So congrats, ladies. Happy to have you joining the program. And I will see you in session. All of my lovelies, celebrating all of you. You guys take a minute right now and celebrate. Celebrate, bum, 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 bum. I'm snapping my fingers if you can hear me. That's my celebration song. Okay, so we're getting into the episode topic, and that is responsibility. Did you notice that that's two words? Responsibility. Your ability to respond. Whoa! Sometimes when we hear the word responsibility right now, or take responsibility, it has a negative connotation, like it almost triggers us. Like you can imagine someone coming up to you and saying, you just need to take responsibility. And we get all defensive. We're like, how dare they take responsibility? It just sounds like this horrible thing. It just feels like horrible in our body. We just block ourselves and it's like talk to the hand. Closed blocked, like the brain doesn't want it. So like I looked up the definition for responsibility and no wonder it feels so gross, because just like anything, there are many definitions for words. Like a one word doesn't always have one definition. Many cases it has many definitions, and it's how we define it that is going to impact what we think, feel, and do with it. So the word responsibility, one definition for it in dictionary.com was a particular burden of obligation. Ew. Yuck. That sounds terrible. A particular burden of obligation. Oh man. So it's like having someone to come to you and say, I want you to take this burden of obligation. That is literally what's happening in our brains when we hear responsibility sometimes. And this is the thing about words that I mentioned just a moment ago, is that the difference in the definition always is how we choose to define the word in a moment. It's going to impact how we think, feel, and act. So let's take that responsibility definition now. When we think of it, responsibility, one word, as a burden of obligation, we will get defensive and we will shut down because we don't want a burden. We don't want an obligation. We want to do things from decisions on purpose. And what happens is when we get defensive or shut down, when the brain is in defensive mode, just as a result, the actions we start taking and not taking are, we don't look for options. We don't want to talk about it. Changing doesn't feel worth it. Like whatever is offered to us just is blocked. It's a no. Like as an action in that moment. It's not relevant to us. We're repulsed. We're turned off. And so as a result, what happens is absolutely nothing changes. We just feel defensive, and that is closed. Whatever the result is that we're wanting to create, when we're defensive or taking responsibility from a place of burden or obligation, it just doesn't produce the results we want. Like doing anything from burden of obligation just doesn't create the positive results that we want. So that's why it's just interesting to take a look-see curiously at it so we can redefine it for ourselves. Because when you split responsibility into two words, the value of it is completely empowering. Your responsibility. Your ability to respond. Boom. It's everything. We all want responsibility. We all want the ability to respond. Your ability to respond means there's always options. You have a choice. Things can change or things can remain the same. But it's because of your ability to respond. It's not the same decisions on repeat because we're stuck. We're out of obligation or burden. It's a check-in at every opportunity. Like how many opportunities do we have the ability to respond in every single day? Amazing. Like all day, every day. That's what every decision we make is. It's our responsibility. Our ability to respond. Like what do I want to do here? What do I want to say here? It's your ability to respond, and that is an incredible thing. So responsibility is something we really, really do want as women. We want to make confident choices. We want to have options. We want to create new results. We want to feel good about ourselves, and we want to value, even if someone doesn't agree, what we cherish. We want to value ourselves, even if someone doesn't value us. We want to show love for that person. We want to show love for all the peoples, even if it's not shown in return. Like we don't want to complain. We don't want to blame. Like that feels terrible, but sometimes it feels like the only option because we're stuck in a circumstance. But that's what the gift of responsibility is. When we think it's a burden or obligation to be in a circumstance, whatever it is, we miss our ability to respond. Like we miss our ability to respond in the way we really want to. And we start responding on the defense. Because remember, like our brain, like your brain, when it's in defense mode, it almost feels like something takes over. Like you still have your ability to respond for sure. But just in that moment, when we're not aware of it, defense mode is trying to prove something. So instead of you just responding the way you really want to, your focus goes to proving something or explaining something. It's just a completely different direction from where you would be going if you just responded in the way that you really wanted to. Like from this place of who you are, knowing what you value, knowing what results you're creating, like knowing exactly what you're going to do. Taking responsibility is understanding mistakes happen. Like we make a decision, it either goes as expected or it doesn't, right? Like we make the best decisions in the moment. It either goes the way we expected or it doesn't. Like a lot just has to do with what happens next. But like choosing to decide it was the best response in the moment that we had, or that it wasn't the best response we had in the moment, but both are taking responsibility. Like in that moment, when we take responsibility and we look at our ability to respond, when we practice having compassion on the decisions that we made and looking at the responsibility we have in that moment to change or even own the decisions that we had to move forward, it just feels a lot more empowering than feeling an urge to explain because we are judging the decisions that we made. Now, you can look at a decision and either feel that it was the best decision you could have made in the moment, or that it wasn't the best response you had in the moment. And both of those are still compassion, because we're human beings. Like, of course we want to create like these amazing, perfect results like all the time and not make mistakes, but that is not like achievable to create everything perfectly. But when you're really in your responsibility, like your ability to respond to yourself and like results that you've already created, and take a look-see and say, you know what I really want to say here to myself is, it's okay. Like what is done is behind me, and what's ahead of me is what I decide in this moment. That's the power of the responsibility, your ability to respond. Nobody can take that away from you, the ability to respond. And the more we practice that, the more we grow into the direction we want to go. That kind of rhymes, but it's true. The more we practice using responsibility as a tool for our growth, the more we grow in the direction we want to go. When we try to explain ourselves or feel defensive, it's not that those things should never happen or they're bad. Like sometimes we're just defensive. Sometimes we explain ourselves. But it's just coming from judgment of the decisions that we've made. It's coming from the judgments of a feeling we had. It's coming from the judgments of ourselves as a person. It's coming from the judgments of the thoughts that we think. Like all of it is judgment on ourselves. That's what defensive comes from. And we just don't notice. We just don't notice that that judgment is spinning around, going around, bouncing around in our head. And so, of course, because those are the thoughts that we're thinking in our brain wants to defend itself. And so it just becomes like, it just feels like kind of painful, and we feel like all in our head. And that's just an indicator of what our relationship with ourselves looks like in that moment. When we put ourselves down in our minds, and whether it's subconsciously or consciously, it's just harder to have compassion for ourselves in that moment when things don't go as expected, or if someone doesn't agree. So there'll be an urge to prove ourselves instead of the value of our responsibility. And our ability to respond includes an option not to explain ourselves. Like sometimes we want to simply own the decision we made and not explain it. Like we want to have appreciation from where our decisions came from. That's allowed with your responsibility, the ability to respond. So anything can happen around us, and our circumstances can change. People could say mean things to us. People can compliment us. We can make a mistake. We can have success. In all of it, we can choose how to respond. We have a responsibility, 2 words, in all cases, no matter what. That is a beautiful thing. It is like a tool in your tool belt. I always tell the ladies I work with, like they have all these tools in their tool belts. Like you don't use them all at the same time. You just use them when you need it. They're there at the ready for your use when you need it. So it's like the tool in your tool belt. You pulled out the responsibility, 2 words. Not sure what to do or say here. I'm pulling out the responsibility. What would I really like to do here? What would I really like to say here? Like at your core, you value and cherish where you're going, the direction you're headed for your future. And a pause is always allowed. If we feel rushed to respond to something that triggers us, it's okay. And you can also pull out the responsibility and take a slow, deep breath. Pause, think about it. Ability to respond commences. Just like any tool any tool that we start using that's new, it takes practice. But even from the get-go, using our response ability will pull you from feeling powerless to empowered, or like release. So have you ever done this? Like when you want to respond to something right away, you feel pressure, like start explaining yourself, like it almost feels so automatic, like we didn't even have a choice there. Like we just start explaining ourselves, like it doesn't feel like it's going right. We're hoping nobody misunderstands us. It feels like a trap, right? Like it just feels, we just want to get out of it. Like our brains are literally thinking that I gotta get out of this, as if it was a literal trap. That's why it feels powerless. Because in just that moment, we're trapped in our heads thinking we got to get out of this. And that only can come from explaining it. Like that's just what our brain is cycling over and over, like subconsciously. And we can use the handy dandy tool in our tool belt, response ability, to break free from that. So I'd say if responsibility had an instruction manual, if it came with an instruction manual, it'd look like this. 1, breathe. 2, pause. 3, think. 4, choose on purpose. What I really want to do, what I really want to say, fill in the blank. 5, explaining is optional. And 6, repeat if necessary. Goods for ages 18 and up, and results may vary. But think of what changes when we use the tool. Little mindset tool belt. Responsibility is the gift of the pause. You know, there's no time limit on your response, like unless you're playing Jeopardy. And we're not. Like these are not the instructions for Jeopardy. And you get to respond without a rush. That is a gift to yourself. That is a gift. And that's a gift to the result you want to create in that moment. Because if we respond quickly, that's just coming from like an automatic defense response that our brain throws up. It has nothing to do with you as a person or your value or anything like that. It's coming from a habit that somewhere got created along the line in our brain. And there's you, and there's what you think, and there's what you do. And this is why the tool of response ability is so valuable, because it's always available. You always have the ability to respond. And what you choose to respond with or think or say will create the results that you produce moving forward. It will produce the results that you have. And this is such good news, because you can choose to respond in any area, like conversations, like goals. Like you can choose to respond to how your brain throws up a craving for food. Like I can choose to respond to say no. Like just because there's a craving, I don't have to rush into a response. Like, do you see that there? Like this tool of responsibility is available everywhere. Every decision you make, it's such a goodie. Urges to quit, what people say to you, what happens around you, like all of it. You're not a victim to an automatic response. You get to choose each time. And it doesn't always feel wonderful. Like sometimes it's harder to work with the tool than others, just like any other project that we're trying to craft. Like a craftsman, like sometimes some of the materials we're working with, some of the circumstance we're in, it'll be harder to use the tool. But your effort in choosing to use the tool for your responsibility to create the results you want to create of how you show up, you will be able to craft the result you want by using it. So what will you create using your responsibility? Your ability to respond. Take it. Enjoy it. It's not a burden of obligation. Responsibility. It's got a new definition. Responsibility is the tool to create the experience you want. So enjoy it and have fun. Have a great week, you guys. And I'll see you next time. Hey, lovely, if you want to be more confident on the outside, you have to start on the inside. If you don't take time to create an amazing relationship with yourself, it will show up in every other area of your life. If you feel stuck or don't know how to be yourself, I invite you to work with me one-on-one. Go to MissChristieWilliams.com and sign up for a free call to join my 6-month program. That's MissChristieWilliams.com, and I'll see you in session.